Welcome to another episode of Starseed Activations. They just rang the church bells right outside. So, of course, we have to start by laughing. Wow, thank you guys for ringing the bells. So, when we ring a bell, it actually clears any negative density or distortions out of your field, allowing your biological field as well as your energy grids to recalibrate itself back into a positive polarity. It's beautiful. It's so fitting. So, we are going to start by saying thank you so incredibly much, dear star people, for assisting us in this channeling tonight and for any and all energetic clearings that may transpire. So, we are going to start with an Om. What an Om does is it allows your heart to open and expand, and it grounds and connects your higher self into your body a little bit more every time we do it. So we do this specifically so that each of us watching can start a recalibration so that we raise our frequency, allowing for the channeling to be a little bit more higher, which is beautiful. So everybody watching, just take a deep breath in. One more deep breath in. Beautiful, dear ones. And the star people are here and we are fully connected. We wish to welcome you to today. Today's energetic on your planet has been that of a trigger day as well as a density release day. There are many different topics that we wish to discuss with you. When each of you cleanse and purification of your energetic grids, it shall then allow you to hold a higher frequency. This higher frequency then is going to allow different types of energetic castings to be manifest for each individual. Now, what that looks like, dear ones, every single thought that you may have in 5D will become an instantaneous manifestation. This is another reason why you are going through the process of ascension very slowly. For it is giving you an opportunity to recalibrate your thoughts, feelings, and emotions back into a positive polarity. When you hold a positive emotion base, that is going to allow you access more and more into 5D. You must remove any density, any distortions from your field. When this is then done, it will also allow your perception to fully shift. Your perception may have already begun this transition. Some individuals on your planet now see through the hologram. What this may look like is having a thought and then all of a sudden seeing or sensing that thought reflecting back to you in many ways, shape, or forms. You may be focused on a particular topic and you may see that reflection come back at you. Any and all reflections that you may have are simply there to guide you to the path through synchronicity. Your path, when following your reflections and clearing any lower frequency reflections you may see, is going to allow you to start a healing journey. Remember, dear ones, each location you embody is going to give frequencies into your energetic grids. These frequencies then are going to start to reflect onto your biological form. Any and all lower frequencies are going to automatically change or shift your perception of your physical reality. The Om, simply put, is a way to open and expand each one of your centers, not only your heart. It connects you to unconditional love. And when each of you steps into that frequency of unconditional love, it shall allow you to broadcast that out, allowing any individual who is still physically focused to become into a frequency attunement with unconditional love. So each of you are acting as amplifiers for the source frequency. Your sun is giving different solar energetics, which then reflect off of your planet. When you ground to the earth and make physical contact, skin to earth, it shall then allow for more of this energetic to be held inside of your body. Beautiful, dear ones. Excellent. Does anybody have any questions tonight? Is there a replay of the drum circle? No, Nancy. Oh, yes, there actually is. The star people are telling me. It's on YouTube. It's so funny. Okay. So the first question we had for tonight was releasing resistance. And we just want to say thank you, dear star people, for channeling with us tonight. Thank you. Thank you. And so the process of releasing resistance is really when we have any type of emotion that we are holding on to inside of our bodies, that emotion forms a type of resistance in your physical body. Now, when we can actually feel, like the chiropractors will tell you that you're carrying your emotions in certain spots, or you may have muscle knots, soreness in the body. You may feel tired or drained. That is simply because you are holding on to an emotional imprint in that location. Now, the more and more we dive into these different locations, it's then going to give us access to truly pull inside and feel, how does that emotion feel? Now, let's take a simple emotion as sadness. When we release the emotion, we must always come to peace with that emotion. That emotion then is going to be released from the body, which shall allow you to feel differently in that location. The more and more you start to place focus and attention on every single area of the body, you can start to summon up the emotions that are imprinted inside of your physical field. This then is going to allow you to feel the emotional expressions from other items in the physical reality as you engage with them. So one such item may be a piece of food. For when you ingest any piece of food, it is going to grant a sensation into your body. That sensation then is known to the star people as an emotion code. Each crystal that you hold is also giving us an emotion code, for it changes the way the energy is reflect underneath your body. When each individual watching, when dear ones, when you go inside and you release the toxic emotions, you shall then realize that there are so many more senses readily available to you. A clean, energetic feeling will always be present after you do the removal of toxins. You may feel called to remove any physical toxins. That's okay too. Excellent. Beautiful. And thank you, Star People. Okay. The next question was overcoming limiting beliefs. And so a limiting belief is anything that you believe that is generating a shade system, so it won't allow you to see past that belief system. Some beliefs are of high value for us to have because some beliefs are there to keep us safe. Many beliefs are here to give us the perception of the 3D reality. When we start really diving into things like quantum physics or sacred geometry, we start to remove many of these belief systems that we had programmed from birth. Now, time and space doesn't quite flow the way that we have been told. That in itself generated a belief system to form in our energy grids. So the second that we become aware that there is no time and space, it is only a perception of what is right now. Meaning, time and space is not linear. It is ever flowing, as is all matter. When we start to dive in and we start to clean these belief systems up, it is going to allow us access to see what is truly here in this reality. There are many, many different frequencies human being able to embody, to hold, to energetically cast. Knowing the emotion codes is truly key, because when we start to learn different emotion codes, how does unconditional love make you feel? When you know how it makes you feel, there's a joy and excitement and bliss, all of these positive frequencies. When we get through that range of high frequencies, there's another range above it. And the range above it is the next octave realm. That octave realm above it is where your higher self lives. So, just for one moment, imagine when we clean up our energy field, we are able to energetically bond and truly become one with our higher self. That is not only going to allow the higher self access into this reality, but that is going to allow our minds access to the higher self's reality. That is of high value, because when we are wishing to make changes or shifts to the biological form, or let's say you wish to broadcast your consciousness into a parallel reality, that is all done by making this contact with the higher self and allowing the higher self to ever so gently take your consciousness and stream it down into the parallel reality. This is one way of manifesting this. There are many different ways. We are also able to manifest it's a character player change, is what the star people are calling it, just for an easier observation. Most of us will understand what that means, but shifting into a different player character. We have to go up to the higher self, we energetically bond, and then we go down the slipstream, which is your soul form, and we broadcast the consciousness into a new player character. We can do this during the dream time. Once you become aware of how to take control of your dreams, there is many different abilities that run in the dream realms itself. That is truly where you can program your magnetics, you can change your chi energetic systems. All sorts of changes to the physical reality are available through the dream realms. Some people have a dream walker ability, which is the ability to walk into other people's dreams and to make changes for them. Dream shamans can do this as well. When we start to tune in to 3 or more people in one conscious reality, diving into the dream walker ability, that is when we can make big civilization changes. So world peace can very easily be manifest in those 3 individuals' lives who are tuning in to the dream walker ability. However, when we tune into their reality and we know that this is what they are doing, they will also have an effect on our magnetics, which will shift us to match frequency with them. This is how we start to do co-creative manifestations, which is truly a blessing. So we know what the power of meditation can do for humanity, because when many people come together and we meditate, it allows this type of higher frequency to fully radiate out, and we can shift the crime rates lower, accidents lower. Everything that is negative and toxic around us lowers. So what we're actually doing during meditation is we are grounding and connecting into the higher self. The higher self becomes embodied in you. And then all of a sudden, this higher frequency radiates out, allowing for us to slip into a higher frequency timeline. The more and more we start to come together and co-create different manifestations like we did yesterday. So yesterday we did a meditation for world peace. This way we go through the ascension timeline peacefully. So anybody who was there yesterday, or you even watched the video replay, shall also be energetically connected into that particular manifestation. Any individual watching this now is also co-creating the ascension timeline with us, allowing each individual to become consciously aware of different extrasensory abilities you are each capable of activating. Each one of your extrasensory abilities is similar to that of a muscle. They are turned on through gene expressions. You must know that it is truly possible for you to activate your genetics and to step into a higher frequency body. However, dear ones, your body throughout ascension is going to become more crystallized in its nature, which shall in turn allow for experiences of you to shift the conscious way you perceive your body. This may then give you the ability to change your hair color, for example. You may already do that utilizing time and space. For as a linear tool, you know you must go and take the proper steps to change a hair color. When you activate your gene expression, time and space becomes overridden. You shall not need to take steps. It shall be instantaneously gifted to you. Which is why each person in this reality is ever so gently being guided. This way, there are no catastrophes. Yes. Thank you for the protection, star people, so that each and every one of us are fully protected as we do activate these senses. We know that there's many different senses already in the human body. So we see blind people who are picking on to different sonar techniques, and they're able to actually draw out a landscape just from making clicks and listening and feeling and sensing. Anybody who's ever had the lights go out or the power go out, we walk around in the room, we could feel where the room is because we're consciously aware of where everything is. That is an extrasensory ability. Muscle memory, that is another extrasensory ability. However, what we are now stepping into the knowledge of is, well, time and space is kind of an illusion. So we are able to program the muscle memory right now in the now moment consciously. And the way that that looks like is a simple download, really. And so a download could be any type of information or light. And so a download may look like a new memory comes into your mind, and then the new memory is the information that you needed in the now moment. This may also look like a bright idea. And so when we recognize that this is actually the way our bodies work, it changes the whole aspect of learning, because now you're able to download the knowledge on demand. So do you really need to sit there and study for hours and hours, or do you just have to master the bright idea? How do you download the knowledge on demand? Open up your mind, know that it's possible. I know it's possible, so I'm telling you from my heart, it's possible. This is another way the star people channel through me. They touch into the memory grids and they broadcast different images of my memory in the past, showing me doing the research on a topic. So that's another form of channeling that the star people give to us. That's a form, it's memory grid channeling. It's a little different. Now, the more and more we start to come into this awareness that we are not in a solid structure. Time and space is very fluid. And now our memories are not even solid the way that we have been told that they are. It changes everything in our lives because now we start to take this knowledge and we baby step it, because the way to make changes is always easier when you take baby steps. You know it. Then all of a sudden, when you know it, you start to see the reflections coming back around. So the more and more you guys consciously focus on ascension and for making these tiny little steps in order to raise your frequency, especially with the solar shifts that we're going through, because the solar shifts is like riding a wave. So if the solar energies give you a release, okay, I'm going to release. I'm releasing all this stuff. Or emotions, because it doesn't have to be physical stuff. It could be anything. And then when you feel the energy is drawing to you, receive. Okay, so what can I put my energy and focus to help this manifestation? So that's how we want to use the synchronicities of the solar energetics to really assist us in ascending. Because ascending really is only activating your perception and allowing a higher frequency to fully be embodied. The star people are saying we are going to end here tonight. That was a lot of information. I love you guys very, very much. Thank you all for coming. We do have the New Hampshire retreat is August 16th to 20th. They asked me to speak about it on the live so that this way everyone knows. Sunshine Okubu and I will be hosting a retreat in New Hampshire, August 16th to 20th. We'll do sound meditations, channeling, attachment removals. It's always amazing to do. And so we'll be under the night sky with a fire pit. Like, it's just gorgeous. That's my element. Excellent. We will be doing the shadow work Zoom tonight. So anybody who wants to come, it is always 100% free. Just send an email to daniellelipton.com and I will send you the Zoom link. I'm a big fan of Together We Rise, and we come together to heal together. Okay? You guys have many, many love and blessings. Thank you, dear star people, for channeling with us tonight. And I love and bless each and every one of you. Excellent. Let me see.